We are live. We are up and live. How are you doing today, family? Good to see you. Man, I had a good time yesterday. I'm just now. I got up a couple hours ago, took a bath, but then I woke up too late to go to Divine Conversation, so I didn't want to do my show while they was doing Divine Conversation, so I wanted to wait until a better time, like right now. So, we are doing the show. Hopefully y'all can hear me good. Hopefully the sound is coming through good on Spreaker. And hopefully the sound is coming through good on YouTube and Facebook and Periscope. Sometimes we get some people watching on Periscope. Also, phone lines will be open. But of course, y'all know we're going to do the toast first. And, let's just go and get it started, family. You know you are in the home of the stubborn minority, the place of the congregation of the mighty, where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gianni Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hatim, and this is Gianni Media. We already did that. This is the Daily Toast, and it's the Heart of a Simmer production. Hopefully y'all can hear that. Spoken by out the mouth of a babe. All right, here we go. Oh,
Mr. Diddy.
Drink some water. I really need some water this morning. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take a breath and drink some water. Take a breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass full of that water. Get your container of that water. Lift that container of that water. And simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Stretch it out. Move your body, drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Family, just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. But take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Or should I say, breathe, drink, eat, move. Culturally appropriate, of course. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink your water, family. Oh, man, oh, man. The Gianni girls is working this morning. Sasha trying to take Gina's job. So, hey, it is what it is.
What?
Nothing, don't worry about it. We're going to use the big thing to fill it up. I'm going to fill up the big thing so that we got water because we ain't got no more bottles. All right, family. So I want to welcome you today to this morning's Daily Toast. I don't have a lot to talk about.
Gina, no.
Hold on. How you going to do that, baby? You kind of small.
Gina, can you?
No, oh no. Why don't you put that on top of the table and then?
Oh, now I get it. But this is, I get to do it today.
No, that's upside down.
What? That is.
You got to turn it. Bring it. Bring it here. Real life here, Jeremy Journey family. My daughters is trying to help me, and I'm trying to help them. So why is this way like this, baby? Twist it while the water's not on it, so you can open it a little bit. So who put it on here like this?
It was like that when I found it.
Here we go. All right, family. Excuse me. I should have been prepared. We loosen it up a little bit now. All right, so there we go. So there you go, lady. All right, so now let me go and do my show. Can I do my show now?
Yeah.
All right, so family, we have us a little bit of ambrosia. We took some ambrosia to the party. Man, I thought I was going to have enough for the toast this morning. Nah. Stop. What are y'all doing? Why y'all fighting? I'll fill it up myself. Because one, y'all wasting water. Second, y'all fighting. I don't like that. Real life here, Gianni Journey. So, this is the unfiltered. I took the filter over to the party. This is the unfiltered. You can see the little stuff forming up at the top. I got you, Sasha. Don't worry about it. So we're going to pour us a little bit. So, all right. So we're going to do our toast. And then we can conversate if y'all so choose. If not, then I'm going to sit down. I'm going to eat. I actually need to do something first, though. I have to work on a commercial this morning. The lines are open at 614-556-4535. Once again, the number is 614-556-4535. Now, I'm quite sure there's some stuff on the timeline we possibly could talk about. I'll go over here and peruse real quick, and then we'll raise up our glass, and we'll come back. Mitch McConnell keep popping up on my damn timeline. I'm tired of seeing that old wrinkled. Oh my God. All right, so we had a wonderful gathering yesterday. I posted up pictures for Juneteenth. Just celebrating, having a good time because it was Juneteenth weekend. Um, and I was supposed to go to Divine Conversation this morning, didn't make it. Cause we was out kicking it. All right. So once again, I'm gonna send shots out to the sponsors. All right. So today, let me go and post this up real quick. Today, we are sponsored by. I think it's on here. What is that? I saved it and now I can't find it. Ain't that something? And isn't that wonderful how computers could just lose your shit? Let's see. Ads. Nope. Oh, it's going. Yes.
Can you do this big pot?
Yeah, I can do that part. Oh, thank you. You trying to wash dishes? Oh, Gina, I see you growing up, girl. I see you growing up. Let's see. Nope. I don't see it. All right, so I guess we won't be able to do it today. I mean, we should actually be able to do it. I saved it. I know I saved it. I don't understand that. But anyway, I guess, as they say, shit happens. I just lost it. So, we won't be able to do the sponsor today. It's posted up yesterday. But anyway, all right, family, let's do our toast. Because I'm befuddled right now. I'm just like, good grief. I know I had it. You know how and now it's just eating at me because I know I saved it. So I'm sitting up here like, what are you doing with my stuff, Google? But hey, it's all good. So here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator and we say, Ashe, thank you. And we move to our list of our illustrious ancestors. Here we go. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texander, Davis, Herman Brown, C. Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Chris Amphine, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman L, No More Ex, Pet Mount, Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Thompson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Ms. Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Riddleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Senior Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Anna Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Eric Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lovina Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorito Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Haley Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Delimon Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Lise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Neilon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gassett, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacy Triche, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Albert, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Willen and Bob Hatch, Kimmel Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hat Senior, Mally Miller, Hat Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dan Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Nitty Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Mitch Bonella, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Joe, Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee, Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Jabez McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Corporal, George Swan, Imani and Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. On to the Black Book. Somebody neatly stacked my stuff over there. Thank you so much to whoever did that. Shouts out to Miss Vicky. I don't know. I think your mom straightened that out for me. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Ancestor, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundle, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Asin, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, and Aunt Maxine. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors and we say, Ashe. Great day to you, Miss Navita. Nice get together yesterday. Great job, my God. We lift up our glass and we move from our ancestors to the present moment. Right now, family, y'all know we are on Imani. Shouts out to all the Imani born. We are activating the reticular formation, and we're going hunting for Imani today. If you find it, hashtag. I forgot to put hashtag Imani on my. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta remember that every day. But hashtag Imani, tag Imani. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta look for what we want. So for those that don't speak the language, faith. Imani means faith. Harmony is the demonic principle. Can you turn that down, please? Can you turn that down, please? Now, Imani means faith. Harmony is the demonic principle. Trust is what we teach the young people through the M7. Red is the color. Gender is the Hermetic law. Male name is Kwesi. Female name is Akusua. All right? So we lift up our glass and we salute this moment, because in this moment is all our power. In this moment is what we always are. So we lift up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. Thank you, Sasha Mosh. From there, family, we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Right? Lifting up our glass, saluting our beautiful children. Right? Saluting our children that are yet to be. Right? And saluting ourselves, because one day we coming back as children. Make sure you clean up the world. We lift up our glass and we say, wow. Thank you, Sasha Marsh. So we move from the future and we move into all of our relations. We toast and we say, Ashe. Now, from there, family, from there, I don't like stuff popping up on my screen like that. From there, family, we move to the selfish toast. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards your greatness? We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. I'm sorry, I almost took it, man, because it smelled good. All right, but let me control yourself. All right, cool. So now we lift up our glass and I'm going to toast the most magnificent, beautiful, uplifting, inspiring individual in the room. And you know who it is. Without any further ado, coming to the stage, I want to introduce the most magnificent, brilliant, ingenious, strategic, politically astute individual in the room. And I give it up right now for yourself. That's right. I'm toasting you with your beautiful self. I'm toasting you. I'm lifting up the glass to you. And with that, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. Lines are open. Let me kick the lines open. 614-556-4535. It is Imani. And it is a day for us to have our toast and talk. Family, I don't have any particular subject to talk about. It's all on you today. you know, till something to set me off. Y'all know how I get. 556-4535. All right, 614-556-4535. Sent it out. Of course, subjects we can talk about, because yesterday I read a little bit from 50 Reasons. One of the sponsors, I gotta find this link. I'm gonna find this link so that I can share it with y'all again. So one of the sponsors. Yep, we got sponsors now. All right. Special report from, hold on, you product. From First Frequency of Oneness by Mr. Matthews, Shock Matthews, Philippe Shock Matthews. But we got Sister Navita on the line. We got somebody calling in from Humble, Texas. Wow, that's a new one. But go ahead, Navita. You called in first. What's going on?
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit to thank everybody who came out yesterday and to celebrate Juneteenth with us. And we had a great time. But I want to go ahead and yield to the individual on the phone who's a caller from Texas, and then I can get back. So,
but what's so crazy about it is it's appropriate because they're calling from Texas, and of course, you know that's where the whole Juneteenth celebration piece come from. So, Texas,
right?
Texas, how can I help you? Are you just?
Hey, yes, sir. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm all right. How y'all doing today?
We doing good.
That's what I like to hear. I just wanted to ask, what do y'all think of the reparations going on here in America for black people?
And that's what I was going to too. So this is real appropriate.
Oh my God! All right. So now you want my view. All right. First, let me ask you a question. If you don't mind me asking a question first.
Sure.
All right. What is your stance on reparations?
Well, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I believe something does need to be done, but I also believe that maybe giving large lumps of sums of money isn't the answer. Only because you have people in the black community today that wouldn't use it, in my opinion, respectfully, at least in my neighborhood that I've. But me growing up, I'm half black, half white myself. I got to see both sides of the story, and it's I don't know. I'm on the fence about it because I feel like something does need to be done for sure. Because those hundreds of years of pain and turmoil and torture, those things that came with it. But I also believe that if that begins, where does it end? You know, because then wouldn't America have to give back to the Native Americans at that point?
Haven't they already done that?
They already have.
Haven't they already done that?
Yeah, right.
I mean, so they done that. They gave back to the Japanese.
As far as some people would argue, as far as in Mexico, you know, Texas was a part of Mexico at one point. You know, they would say
and New Mexico.
You know, you say again.
Texas and New Mexico.
California, all of that.
All that,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
Now, this is the issue. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go on and finish.
I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'm listening.
All right. So now.
Let me go.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me go. Okay. First thing is reparations is about paying a debt that is due, not just from slavery, but post-slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, and things that have been put in place in writing to purposely cripple the black community. I also think they should include the purposeful crack epidemic that was put into the black community. But if we just stay on the slavery piece alone, this is an example that I have put on my Facebook. It's okay. Dave had a hit record. Dave died. Bob takes Dave's hit record and gets it published and becomes a millionaire. Then, not only does he become a millionaire off the hit record, he passes this down to his children. He steals this record from Dave, and Dave dies, and he never gives Dave any credit. Dave's children are suffering and struggling in this world, while his family, while Bob's family is running around doing well based off of what they stole from Dave. Okay? Now, Bob's family has children, and now his children are able to build upon the wealth that was established from Dave. But then they all, in generations to come, but they feel like, well, my dad stole that from Dave, not us. Are you telling me that means Dave should not get some type of monetary compensation from that and his family?
Yeah, I could see that argument, and especially through the generations that that effect would take on it. You can see it today, how those times affected generations to come even to the present time.
And so those people, just like with the country, this country was built upon slavery. Not just the South, the North as well, and that has also been proven. The country itself, and I watched the whole reparations hearing too, by the way. We watched it in class on Friday. I had already watched it though. But the North as well, and there was a white woman on the panel that pointed out how the white folks in the North also built their wealth off of slavery. Even if they didn't have slaves, they were able to purchase products from slaves at a very discounted price because it was free labor, and they were able to also build, even though some of them did have slaves, but they were also able to build. So even if you didn't have a direct descendant to slavery, your family still benefited as the white person in the United States. So some people will say, my family didn't own slaves, so why should reparations be paid? Why should I pay? But they gave it to the Jews, they gave it to the Japanese. And one thing I noticed with the Jews and the Japanese, they didn't have this argument about how the next person would do with their reparations. They took it. It wasn't even an argument amongst them about how they would spend or whatever. And I feel like there's several debts that are due, financial being one, education being another, and medical being another. But with the financial piece, the monetary piece, even if some of our people do take it and give it right back to the government and in the hands of whomever, that's on them. But that's not what me and my family, which is century long, intend to do with it. And so the thing about it is, it doesn't matter all the other stuff of what somebody is going to do with it or whatever. And to me, that doesn't matter. What matters is a debt was owed. If you owe the credit card company, you don't like, well, I ain't going to pay them back because they might take that money and spend it on something that they, that shouldn't even be a factor in my opinion. The factor is, once you admit the debt is owed, that means you should pay it.
You should pay it. And for the person that is owed, to contact or to talk to the individual that owes them the money is not begging. It's me making you aware of the debt that is owed. Now, let me hit this for a second, please, because Navita did a very good job. So my standpoint on it is, see, a lot of us, we start worrying about what other people's gonna do with it, and we need to get out of that, right? Because the whole piece is, what are you going to do with it if you get it? Now, that should be the major concern. Second, it's not about cash payouts. Even though cash is coming, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that has to happen in order for us to truly benefit, because throwing money at the problem is not going to solve the issues. There's resources that need to be made available to us that are a little bit, actually a lot beyond just money. It's not just about throwing money and cutting people a check. This is where people get it messed up. And then another piece is, a lot of people have a short-sighted view of reparations. America write a check, it's over. No, this is it. What we went through is a multi-generational trauma, and it's going to take multi-generations to heal it. So we're not talking about America coming off a lump sum all at once. We're talking about America, in a sense, cutting out a piece for us that is to be moved towards us every year for generations. This is a generational thing. And then also another issue that we have to get out of is worrying about where, like for example, you said, where is it going to stop? That's not my concern. As they say,
Right.
like you
You think the Jewish people, when they got reparations, or the Japanese, you think they asked that question, well, where is it going to stop? You know, they said, no, that wasn't their concern. They were concerned about their community and their people, and they didn't break off to wondering about, well, where is it going to stop? Does that mean the Mexicans are going to get it, or the blacks going to get it? They didn't care about that. But it's only when it comes to blacks and reparations are those questions even asked.
and we
Right, and I agree.
go ahead.
I just also feel like, a part of me feels like the black community should care a little bit about what everyone does with it, only because you have young black men now that are misled and would rather spend it on J's and a gun rather than their community or their home or, their children per se or something like that. Not all of them, of course. You have people and families that will definitely invest and put it in, and of course you will have that. There's probably going to be more so of that, but I don't want to have to worry that this large sum that they might get would be, misleading them to do other things that would just further cripple the black community.
Do you know?
And I rather is seeing the black community blossom. And although, this may seem like a blessing, it could backfire, and I'm more thinking maybe using, land or like you said, other means, education, things of that nature, to rebuild the community.
Now,
to help with that.
Now, part of your role in that, see, because this is why we always talk about tribe. You have a responsibility to tribe up and educate people. See, one of the things we can't stop is there's a saying that says if you want to kill a fool, give them a bag of money, right? They'll kill themselves. So we're gonna have those individuals that do that. But the issue that you really need to be concerned about is tribing up and finding like-minded people like yourself so that you can. Because everybody is not gonna do the right thing if they get some money. Not now, not ever. Go ahead.
One thing is people who are the people that you, this is my opinion, people that you refer to that will be the people that you say that will maybe buy guns and buy Jordans, etc. Most people who are in the position, the people that I think he speaks of, the purpose of them buying guns is somewhere along that line, it has to do with the money somewhere. Because they're either using it to rob people or there's some type of money function at the root of it, most of the time. Sometimes it could be a personal thing, but I think that a lot of people with the money piece, I don't have to go rob this person no more. I ain't got to go do this. Now, some people may use more drugs if they get reparations.
Right. But could you imagine someone who has control of a part of a city like Chicago, getting something like that and not caring, of course, about the community, but just...
Well, I see that. I live that every day living in America where black people are approximately 13% of the population, over 80% of them incarcerated, and are more likely to, even though people want to use the black on black crime thing. I already experience that daily by the terroristic things that happen in neighborhoods that I have lived in at the hands of the police. So I don't worry about that from my people, because from my personal experience and from statistics to show you that you're more than likely to be incarcerated for some, in Central Park 5, it happens in courtrooms every day, all day. And you are more likely to suffer from something than that than walk, especially as a black male, than to walk out your door and be assaulted by a black male. So I don't fear that, honestly. I don't fear that of my people. We live it every day at the hands of white supremacy, in my opinion.
That is true, and the manipulation that came through the years of it.
But now, also, that's one of the pieces. That's one of the pieces that people miss with the whole reparation piece. Somebody got the you got to turn it down. Now, one of the pieces that a lot of people miss, like for example, in the reparation argument, because if you are just now being introduced to the whole reparations argument piece, where because of what happened in Congress, there's a whole underground of in a sense black media that has been talking about it for a while. Now the leaders, in a sense, or the thought leaders at this present time wasn't even sitting at the table. And if you go to ADOS101.com, you can see what they're talking about, because the reason that this whole thing is thrown on the table is because of the young people, that basically brought this whole thing and thrusted it into this whole democratic free speech.
They mentioned some of them in the reparation hearing. I forget their names, but they did mention some of them names of the people that started that movement. So a couple people have mentioned their names.
I missed that. I seen the whole hearing.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Yvette's name. Yeah. I didn't hear Tone Talks. Now, the only one that I did hear was Dr. Darity.
No, there was somebody. Well, let me say this: there were people that have been fighting this movement before we had the hashtag ADOS. There were people who were doing that and kept putting bills before Congress. I forget the name.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is now the issue with that, and because this is where the narrative is going to get messed up and slaughtered, because the people that was pushing it before, if you look at the bill, the actual bill is, in a sense, trash. We went through it all on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, boom, we just need to get this through, blah, blah, blah. And you're talking about in Cobra and those individuals that supposedly was pushing it before. But they did not thrust this thing in the way that these young people are right now. And what is happening is that it appears to me that it's trying to be is being hijacked. It's sort of like, shut up, you young punks. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. But the reparations discussion will have never seen the light that is being seen if it was not for these young people. And I'm not going to allow people to just step over these young people because they've been in the reparation movement for 40 years and never had this shit come up to the center of conversation like these young people have made this. They made this shit happen like this. You understand what I'm saying? So
social media was a big part of that.
Oh my God!
Getting that word out too for them.
And Cobra didn't even have a Twitter account until like maybe this year. How the fuck? See, this is what I'm saying. So the only point that I'm saying is, if you look at the whole ADOS one, if you go to ADOS 101, the brother in Texas, go to ADOS 101 and look at some of the demands, because one of the pieces that we're talking about as far as reparations is ADOS, or American descendants of slavery, right? Or the enslaved, however you want to say it, are become a protected class. Becomes a protected class. So it's more than just, it's positioning us so that we can start accumulating wealth on our own, doing businesses on our own, doing a lot of stuff on our own, and it's taking a deeper look at the underlying currents. Because if you look at the bill as it presently is, it actually needs to be rewritten. You know what I'm saying? As far as the commission, getting the commission together, how they're going to get the commission together, what they're going to look at. Because right now, the president gets how can I put it? 7 of the people that are going to be on the commission that they're talking about studying will be appointed by the government. And that the other 6 will be appointed, huh? The other 6 will be appointed by us, in a sense. But it only takes 7 to vote something through. So we got to be very careful in this, because it's conversation, and I'm so glad that you called in. I appreciate it. But keep the conversations going in your family. Keep calling in to different shows or this show, and we got to keep the conversation going. And we got to share our thoughts over social media and some of the concerns, right? But the concerns you have is, listen, that's almost like watching somebody else's pocket, bro. You don't do that. You don't watch nobody else's pocket. And those that's going to go out and do foolishness, let them do it. You tribe up with individuals that if there is a large check coming, y'all can put y'all money together and do some building. Because I have people around me that I'm going to be able to put money to, because I'm already looking at it as if we're going to get it. Because I believe in the power of the stubborn minority, and that's us. You know what I'm saying? Because people going to start asking questions. People going to really start thinking. Because, like Navita said, if you just look at the whole slavery piece, you don't understand the argument. Because not only were we free labor, forced labor, terrorized, then for 100 years after that, we was excluded from being able to compete in a country that is built up on competition. Your grandfather, your great-grandfather, in most cases, had to jump over so many hurdles even to just be able to compete. So you were eliminated from competing. Then right after that, we move into this prison to the school to prison pipeline. You know what I'm saying? With all this shit being dumped in our communities and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that we have to look at, break down, and in a sense, put a price tag on fixing. Which is going to be bigger than just, which is going to be a lot bigger than just you getting a check. As a people, we need to be able to get, you know what I'm saying, to be a protected class and operate in America as Americans. Because that's the major issue that we're fighting. Being a citizen of a country should come with certain benefits. We the only ones that the benefits were restricted to. We got, and you know, and I hear the argument, well, what about immigrants and all this that's coming in? Why should they have to pay for it? Because you're signing up to be an American. You know what I'm saying? You don't get, none of us here, when we go out and buy some clothes and they take taxes out, none of us say, look, I don't want my taxes to go here. I don't want my taxes to go there. No, as an American citizen, and a citizen of the state that you are in, and in the city that you are in, and in the county that you are in, all of them are taking taxes, and you don't get to determine where that money goes. It's in the pot, and it moves, and it goes out and pays the bills the way that the system is set up. So a new person coming here, when you come into America, you sign up for what America owes. So I'm not concerned about them, really. Because they need to be more, because nobody's concerned about us. And if we don't get the assistance that we need to fix this, because we could keep on struggling and doing it on our own. But if you look at the numbers, just for my family to catch up with a white family, basically in the same position, supposedly in the same position, age, all the stuff is similar, it'll take 288 years for my family to do that. And I don't have 288 years to try to make sure that my children is making the right decisions and saving money. It'll take 288 years just for us to catch up. How is that not on purpose? Unless everything they're saying about us is true. See, a lot of us, we come into the argument, and I'm done after this. A lot of us come into the argument maybe thinking that because if you listen to the argument, I got up and I did it, why can't you? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us come into the argument feeling guilty about the situation we in, not realizing that the history plays a major factor in your now. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'll just close out by saying here, I just hope either way, whether it happens or whether it passes or not, I just hope this is an awakening moment, in the Black community, and we just take the opportunity, not for granted, but to use it and to grow on top of it, to make this a lasting impression and something for us to fight for and to live for and to be proud of, and to not, to start healing us with as well. And that's all my concerns are.
One more question for you. Once again, what's your name again?
Aesop. My name's Aesop.
What? Say it again.
Aesop.
Okay. And how did you hear about the show?
I was just scrolling on YouTube, looking at different channels, and I saw you were coming up, and I was checking it out.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so any other subjects y'all want to hit on? Because we talk about this reparation shit all the time. Sometimes people get getting tired of it, like, cut the check. You know what I'm saying? Navidi, what you quiet now? But y'all, we got study groups all over the country looking at the footage far as the reparations. And it's a beautiful thing. And like I said, we have to keep the conversation going in the families. We cannot allow it to be overshadowed with the fuckery that's coming. Family, the fuckery is about to come. Beware, right? This whole Iran thing, in a sense, smoke and mirrors. Listen, it's going to be other issues popping up, smoke and mirrors. We cannot allow anything to overshadow the small bit of momentum that we have going in our communities, in our homes, and in our minds about this reparations. And we cannot allow it to be watered down with some of the bullshit that they're going to try to bring. This bill, this commission, or whatever, when it comes to it, has to be all about us. We have sat back and we have supported all of these other legislations that have been targeted and specific. We have to get some specific relief. We have to, or it don't go through. We got to understand that, family, and this is a long battle. This is not about a check. This is a long-term battle. We have to start preparing our young people, because this discussion needs to continue and it needs to be passed on. And once again, we need to be strategic enough to start putting our children and getting them prepared for positions that will be able to influence the direction of this country when it comes to what we need. That's called nation building. I'm keeping it all the way real with you. It's called nation building. Some of y'all playing checkers, some of y'all playing chess, and some of us playing man collar. I'm playing man collar, and I'm gonna run circles around your ass. That's how we got to be. Right? So like I said, we got our young people learning how to grow food. We're talking to them about politics and getting them ready and moving them in. I got brothers call me. I had a brilliant brother call me the other day, and I was just hoping that he would call in. I don't want to give his name until he calls in, but I wanted to interview him because he called me and asked me for a blowhorn because he said I got a protest to go to. I said I don't have a blowhorn. You know what I'm saying? But he started telling me about what he wanted to do and why he was doing it and how he had to confront some of the people involved because what they said they were doing is not benefiting the community, and he is hyped about it, and he's young enough to where he's getting ready. Me and him was talking. He said, yeah, shoot, not only do we need to run and get 3 seats in the city council, at least 3 seats in the city council, we need to get people on that school board, Brother Hatem, and we may have to be willing to run. You know what I'm saying? And so now I got young people. We got young people around us being fired up about this and being like, yo, one of the points that he made, he said the only reason that a lot of stuff is happening and going on in our community, at least politically, in the way it is because we don't show up. They're winning. They're winning because nobody is arguing with them. They're able to spread the money in a little small group, at least in Columbus, because nobody is standing up being like, no, that shit ain't going down. Y'all, nope. And we got to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Politically. And once we start doing it politically, we're going to start seeing the change in the climate of our communities. Because the more all of us start getting involved in the politics of our community, we'll start seeing certain things happening or at least stop happening because people will be concerned about the influence that certain people around in the neighborhoods actually have. So, you know, that's where we got to get it. That's where we got to get the conversation. School board. I said, damn. I said, youngin, little bruh, that's brilliant. He said, we got to get people. He said, because he broke it down to me. He said, Brother Hatem, listen to me. The school boards and them small little boards like that is where the Democrats and the Republicans, it's like he compared it to a farm program for a baseball team. It's like where they look for the talented and they place these individuals in here and watch them and groom them and get them ready to move for higher offices. I said, oh, dog. You know what I'm saying? We need to be doing the same thing. We don't need no party. We have already shown we can raise small amounts of money on the internet. And once people, because like I said, we've been ever since long before it was thrown in the spotlight, we've been talking about the reparations. We are ahead of the curve. So there's a lot of stuff that we are going to be able to do because people are starting to see some of the stuff that we've been talking about right here on Giami Journey start to come to pass. So they'll be like, whoa. Like yesterday, I said on the video, I say, this year we got 10 people. You know, we got tens of people, right, for a Juneteenth piece. Next year, we're going to have hundreds. In 3 years, we're going to have 5,000 people for the Juneteenth celebration. Not at your house, Nabila. Your house is just a little bit too small for 5,000 people. But I need y'all to understand because it's a progression, and we can work towards that, right? So the only thing we got to sit down as Giami and figure out is how are we going to handle that space in between Malcolm X Fest, right? Malcolm X Revolutionary Fest and Juneteenth. Because one, we're going to have to fundraise for. The other, we might have to just come out our pocket for. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to have to be able to work it out. We're going to have to work it out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find a way to work it out. But the piece is, family, I mean, I want to thank the brother for calling in and bringing up that subject. But Navita, you got something else you want to talk about? I think she ignoring me, y'all. Hold on. I gotta pull up. I want to pull up the sponsor, right? You'll be like, Brother Hatem, why you want to do that? Because like I said, family, just keep it all the way real with you, right? All this stuff be costing us money, all right? All this stuff. And we have to be able to go on and pay the bills. So the way I want to bring it to you is that we can start sponsoring. Hey, Clay! Excuse me, it's real life at Giami Journey. Cleveland! Come out here, man. The white monster in here eating our food up, man.
What?
The white moths are attacking, man. Go and get this moth, man. You know, Cleve he got a little garden in the back, and we get these little white moths, and they be coming around eating up the greens, man. I'm like, damn, you know, nothing is sacred. I just be bugging though. All right, family. So, once again, here we go. He stayed there till you got there, didn't he?
What?
He stayed out there till you got there, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, that was gangster. You know what I'm saying? We got gangster malls. Y'all got gangster malls out there wherever you, and you know what I'm saying? They just be coming. And is it dry out there? Do you need the water?
Yeah.
All right. You think it's going to rain?
No, I don't.
All right, well, go and put some water on them. All right, so back to, let me go on, and I'm gonna post this link up. This link right here. I think this is the link. Wait, before I send it out, let me make sure this is the link. For limited time, special report, 50 reasons, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so the title of the book, once again, is 50 Reasons Why African Americans Succeed at Failing Financially. So we read through a couple of those yesterday. Let's read through a couple more today. All right? Powerful, powerful, powerful information. Now, also, I have another one that I posted up, but it seemed very short. Somebody else is back on the line. We got somebody from Cleveland, Ohio that's on the line. What's going on, Cleveland? And not you, Cleveland, but Cleveland. What's going on in Cleveland? Somebody calling from Cleveland. What's going on?
What's up, brother? This is Makai.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
You got something you want to talk about, or you just calling in to listen?
Yeah, I was calling in to ask you a question. So, of course, I was listening and watching it on Facebook Live.
Yes, sir.
So, and you were talking about the reparations, because I've been keeping up, well, I ain't keeping up that much, but I've been checking stuff like that out on reparations for black people through the news, some articles and everything. So I want to pose a question. How, in what form do you think the reparations would come in? Or how would you envision that?
All right, so now, one of the things, because like I said, that is beyond my expertise. I will give you my opinion, because we have individuals who have literally, in a sense, spent their whole academic life thinking about this. One of them was mentioned at the very beginning. If you listen at the very beginning of the hearing, they entered something into the record by a dude by the name of Dr. Darity. Even though he wasn't there, they entered some information, because Dr. Darity has been looking at the payout. As a matter of fact, he got a book coming out this fall where he's going to be talking about this and how it's going to be coming out. But to address your question, now there will have to be some money payout for the actual descendants. And one of the things that you're hearing is it's going to be too hard to determine who it is. The way that you could determine who was here during slavery. Now check this out. It's so simple. If you look at the census before 1960, right? If you look at the census before 1960, it's mainly black and white. If you are able to trace one of your grandparents that was here before the 50s, more than likely they didn't immigrate from nowhere. They've been here. So we don't have to even go all the way back. So they have been affected by Jim Crow. They've been affected by slavery. They've been affected by all that shit. Very simple. Second off, there will have to be some lump sum payoffs for the descendants of those that were enslaved. Point blank. But also along with these payouts, there will have to be a special protection, because we already know that the predators are going to be waiting at the door for the money. So there will have to be some special protections provided by the federal government. Far as like when we get in. Also, industries, certain industries will have to, in a sense, be in a sense open to us. You know what I'm saying? In a way that is feasible, because we have to get control of some industries. Now, one of the industries I was talking yesterday. I said, do you know how far back our people go back with this lottery shit? I won't control the lottery. I'm just saying, pick your shit. And then also this weed shit, we should have access to be able to control that shit from the rooter to the tutor. You know what I'm saying? Because it tore up our community, and since motherfuckers is making billions, there's no reason why we shouldn't be making billions either. It also is going to come in the form of medical care. It's also going to come in the form of access to real loans for houses. It's going to come in the tune of education and being able to educate our children in the way that we really need to, so that we can move and make some master moves in the 21st century, because everybody always benefits from us anyway. So let us do what the fuck we do. Get out the way. Right? So I hope I answered your question. And also go to 8. Go ahead.
Reason why I asked is because I've been in a lot of conversations where a lot of people I know or just people I come across, where we talk about a lot of things that black people have actually invented.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of people, a lot of things that black people have actually came up with and invented. I always said, like, it's funny how, or of course it's a more obvious thing, like, funny how we got the bitter end of the, we got the bitter end, but we created everything. We built everything. There wouldn't be an America if it wasn't for us.
You're right. We are.
You go down the list.
There you go.
Those things. The GPS, the Super Soaker, brooms, like a lot of tools, because we were the ones who were working. So I was, I would always bring up there was a family. I honestly don't know what happened at the end of this case. I don't know if they won. I don't know if they lost. But I remember reading the article. I remember seeing it. So the family who discovered that this company was selling a barbecue sauce that their ancestors came up with. Or one of their, I wouldn't really say ancestors because not that much older, but one of their family members had came up with, and they discovered it somehow in their records when they researched their family. They somehow discovered it, and they took the company to court who was selling the barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if the family ever won or if they ever lost, but it was, a lot of things. So I was just saying, the reason that's why I brought it up, because I was wondering also, like, would they, now I'm not going to say they would finally admit to be like, all right, so everything that black people invented, we're going to give y'all the money for, or we'll give y'all the credit for, what family or whoever discover that your ancestor created this is where you get your money from, or this is where your reparations come from.
Now, this is the piece that, because now this is why I'm saying people need to go to ADOS101.com and really start researching the reparations, because the piece that we're bringing forth is our case is against the federal government.
Right.
Now, we are not concerned about where the federal government get the money from, because the federal government gonna go out and get their money. Once it's admitted and once they agree to the terms of paying reparations, you best believe that the federal government gonna go out to get there. What you're talking about is doing a whole bunch of individual cases to try to find all the. We already know the whole. Think about this, fam. Regardless of whether we invented it or not, the financing for all this shit was made possible in America by the free labor that we provided. The North and the South made a major come up in the world in less than 100 years. Just think about this. This has not been done nowhere. You look at civilizations all over. To become a world power, you have to be around for about 300-400 years. In less than 100 years, America went from a backwoods place that people were forced to come to where everybody was trying to get here. And the only way that happened was because slavery. And slavery was mandated by the federal government. And all of America was benefiting from it. So our case is not against the individual companies. Because these companies was only able to take advantage of black people because the government allowed it. You understand?
Yeah.
So it simplifies the case. So now when you bring the case against a specific party, we are holding you responsible. Now you have to go out. The government's going to have to figure out either they're going to just increase taxes or they're going to go after some of these companies and get that money themselves rather than us having to do all that footwork. Let them figure that out. You figure it out. You just give my money. You understand?
Yeah.
As they say in the gangster movie, fuck you, pay me. I ain't, So yeah, but and still, as people start really doing more research, they're gonna start finding what they found. Oh my God, Cleveland, your mama gonna kill you. It's real life here, Gianni Journey.
Put it in the dryer.
Yeah.
I didn't leave it right here.
Any other question for me, sir?
No, that's basically it. Because I've always thought about it, but I mean, it always left me pondering, just wonder how exactly or what shape or form would reparations come in. Now, I mean, of course, the easiest, the more simple form would be a check, but like, really thinking about it, like that's a lot of money. I'm pretty sure that that wouldn't just be all in one check. And like it would have to come in some other shape or form, or maybe multiple.
And remember, far as reparations, this is where your thinking need to be. You ready?
Well, I'm ready.
Legacy. The reparations are not for you. The reparations are for your ancestors and our future generations. As long as you're able to keep that in your mind, then the check becomes a minuscule thing. You understand? Because, okay, cool, they give us our money. But all of the same barriers that was there are still there. No, y'all got to, once we get reparations, we'll push, reparations is about a reset. Because what they want, what they want us to do is to eat all of the failure of the country. This is what's been going on. We've been eating the failure. You know what I'm saying? Us struggling makes it easy for them to tell everybody else how good they're doing. We are the stepping stone that everybody come in this country in a sense step on to move up. And we're saying that shit need to stop. Because and if we allow that to continue and they give us a check, we stupid. Somebody, if there need to be a bottom rung in America, y'all need to find somebody else, because it's not going to be us. Because it makes no sense that we're 13% of the population, but we control less than 3% of the wealth. We control less than 3%, but we're 13%. Then you look at the other statistics where we're off the charts. How is this shit possible? Uh-oh. Somebody buzzing. What's going on?
That was me.
All right. But think legacy, family. What do you want if you don't have children? If you were to have children, what do you want for them? How do you want them to live? Reparations is not about us in this moment getting a check. A check would be nice, but it's about legacy. Because one check to you is almost in a sense, just one check and being done is an insult to your ancestors and an insult to your children. What we want is this shit fixed. Check would be nice. But if I'm just using it for me and not using it for legacy building, not using it for community building, I'm betraying my children. Because soon as the money gone, they're right back in the same position that I'm in. But we wanted to, we're talking about a major power shift here. Well, we're going to get 13% of the wealth. Not earning, because a lot of people confuse the being able to earn money at a job with wealth. That's not wealth. We want to be able to control 13% or whatever percentage we are of this country. We want that percentage of the wealth to be in the hands of our people. That's that. And if we get more, we get more. And we're holding the government responsible for them not living up to what they telling everybody in the world that they've been doing. They have not been living up to that with us. I'm glad y'all calling in about this, because I done put one of the sponsors link up. It's a free book. You got any more questions for me, bro? Or we straight? You got something else you want to talk about?
I got something else. I think I'm on the road right now, so I'm gonna call back and answer the question.
Let me see it. I'm listening.
No, I mean I'm saying like I'm on my way somewhere,
Okay.
and then I'll when I get back, I'm gonna hit you back with another question. I'm gonna call back in and hit you with another question.
All right, cool. This is one of the peppers out the garden. Clay growing. First thing to come off. Beautiful pepper. What you want to do with it, Clay?
Dry it out.
Oh, you want to dry it out?
I'm see how it tastes when it's
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is you go in there for that, bag up all of those chips in there that's already dried out, and we're going to put this on one of the racks, wash it off, and dry it off. So family, now, so let me go through some of these reasons again. So go and check it out. Listen, unless Navita, you still there?
Yeah. All right, I'm about to get up.
Yes, sir. I was talking about Navita. Navita, you still there? All right.
Could I get a bite?
Oh, he want to dry it out. So I'm asking Cleve what he want to do with it. So we got a new dehydrator. So he wants to dry the pepper out and check it out after it dries out and see what he can do. So do you want to dry it whole like this, or do you want to cut it up?
Cut it up.
Do I have to go to summer school tomorrow?
I don't know where else you're gonna go. So we left off on 16, not doing your due diligence and research on an idea, opportunity, not knowing how to research the market you want to make money in. So reason 16. Now these are reasons, and there's more in-depth information, but I'm just running through it, and it's a free report. You get it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, by clicking it, you help support us, like, cause he's offered it for free, and it's, you know what I'm saying, get it while it's free, because the price goes up now, because you don't get no better than free. But then also you could go and donate, not knowing how or where to start, not having enough money to pay for experts, coaches, and business startup costs. And that's one of the major pieces that I constantly run into. Let's read into that one a little bit. This is number 18. If you do not have enough money to hire a coach, consultant, or expert to help you achieve the dreams you desire, you do not have a financial problem. You have a consciousness problem. In order to break through and break free, you must jump and earn your wings on the way down, and do it anyway. Figure out and find out what the cost is to get the education or knowledge you need to reach your goals, and make it happen by any means necessary. All right? Let's see. Number 19, not able to self-assess and identify critical thinking errors and biases. Ooh. I'm going to come back and read that one. Envious of the success of others with money. Ooh. Any of those sound familiar to anybody? Let's go up. Next page. All right. I don't know. So we are on I'm going to skip to 21. Fear of losing friends, family, and community. So, 50 reasons why African Americans succeed at failing financially. Kind of an oxymoron, right? Succeed at failing. All right? So, I mean, they say success is a purposeful act. Right? So what he said is that succeeding at failing is a purposeful act. Y'all need to check this out. Fear of losing friends, family, and community. Now check this one out, family. Listen. Fear of losing friends, family, and community. You must come to the inevitable conclusion that your success may alienate those who are closest to you, and you will have to let them go with love. When you make a decision to achieve the success you desire, no matter what, you instantly signal the universe that you desire a frequency shift. This new frequency of success may not align with the current frequency of the people you call friends, family, and community. Release all self-blame and guilt because you are not able to take some or any of these people along with you. In wealth, success, and achievements, the people you may have helped to get to the level you currently are in life may not be the same people to take you or help you get to the level you want to go to in your life. Let go, know, and grow. Damn. Like I said, free report. Y'all need to check it out. Here we go. Surrounded by losers, friends, family. That's number 22. Living in a non-inspiring environment. 24. Epigenetics of failure and financial struggle. PTSS is post-traumatic slave syndrome, and post-1968 hostile forces. Y'all got to get that. Check it out. Not being able to stick with goals long enough to see them through. Distracted by the shiny object. Not able to focus on long periods of time. Not setting up an environment for success and achievement. What are you doing, girl?
What you doing?
Not setting up an environment for success and achievement. Not being able to see yourself in the future. 29. Failure forecasting. Any of these sound familiar? Number 30. Being busy but accomplishing nothing. Not being able to finish what you start. Not knowing how to properly set goals and measurements. Desiring success for the wrong reason. Wanting what someone else has. Engaging in the same habits and behaviors, mindsets, and expecting a new or different outcome result. Overly anxious, depressed, and lack of motivation. Family, listen, I done took you up to 35. I took you up to 36. Listen, have you heard anything that might sound familiar? Right? Something that you might need to tweak because I'm listening. I'm like, damn. Ooh, some of this I did, some of this I need to do. Right? Brother called in and said, I'm concerned about what other people are going to do with the money. And this is part of the issue here. Right here. A lot of this right here. Right? Because it's like, just having a conversation about reparations. First off, it's going to eliminate a lot of people around you because a lot of people is going to come at you with some foolishness, and you need to certain vibrations you don't need around you. Certain energies you don't need around you. Right? Now, because like I said, those of you that are daily toasters have been in there with me, right? As I've been going through this journey, right? Y'all know that we are ahead of the curve. This is the home of the stubborn minority. This is the place where the congregation of the mighty dwell. This is Giami Journey Media. We got to be ahead of the goddamn curve. Thank you, Anna Mae. she was on point, wasn't she? My kids be looking at me crazy, like, who are you talking to? Who is Anime? Oh, by the way, I want to have a moment of silence because Leroy, the loud washer, has finally died.
You sound like you're happy, finally.
He was struggling. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him down there struggling. You know what I'm saying? But Leroy,
I'm glad he died.
dang, y'all rough. My kids is gangster, especially little girls.
No, shit. I'm glad he died because he yells too much. He actually yells too much.
Oh, he yells too much. Dang. Why you gotta watch these little girls. They gangsters, dog. Fam. I'm listening.
I'm not a gangster. You're a gangster.
Nah, man. Nah,
You're
man.
a gangster.
So,
Gangster.
hold on. What happened? All right, sometime. There we go. All right, we back up. So, you know, like I said, so part of the issue and part of reparation also is the medical care. We have a lot of people get your mouth off of that. Put it up. Get it up. Y'all play with it too much. This is why water is wasting around here. Where was I at? We need therapy. We need whole groups. We need to have access to a specialized therapy that is designed for us. In a sense, what we do here, far as the whole lineage therapy and exploring our ancestors and creating relationships with those that are directly related to us and learning things and like we have to grow, we have to heal. And that's something, you know what I'm saying, that's part of the bill. You know what I'm saying? So all of us should have, we should have access to therapists. Our therapists. You understand what I'm saying? Our therapists. One of our own, and that's one of our industries. You can't, hold on, you can't. I understand you want to do lineage therapy, Frank. But Frank, let me be frank with you. Right? More than likely, a lot of black folks are not going to come to you, Frank.
Who's animator?
All right? Because you white, Frank. But I'm glad that you want to do it. You can throw your hat in, but more than likely, you know, because this is a thing of theirs. Stop playing with the pepper. Put it down before you break it. You wash that thing out? Go and wash that off. And if you want to, you can just put the whole thing in there and put it on about 140 degrees. Did you bag up the rest of the fruit?
It's right here.
All right, cool.
We don't have to take a shower.
Huh?
We don't have to take a shower.
Also, we ain't got no tomatoes out there. Why don't you take and cut up some tomatoes, maybe about 3 or 4 of them, and dry them out as well.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Now, is it enough room for that thing to sit down on your hole?
Yes.
All right. Cool. So when you go to work tomorrow, you need to be trying to get your pop some herbs, homie.
You go to summer camp tomorrow?
Yes, you have to go to summer camp tomorrow.
No.
All right, hold on. I'm on my show. It's Real Life at Giambi Journey. I'm trying to raise a family and do all this at the same time.
He said he don't know where I'm gonna go.
So I'm trying to see, is anybody still on the line out there? Because it just blanked out on me. All right, Sister Navita's still out there, so she just listening in. So, but there's therapy we need. All right, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, but you want to kill a fool, you just give them a bag full of money. They'll kill themselves. Very simple. There's going to be a lot of people killing themselves, family. And all I'm saying is, black folks, start chopping up. Start working and gathering with people of like mind, like vibration, so that you can build. You know what I'm saying? Because best believe. You know what I'm saying? Shh, listen, I'm just trying to tell you. I'm getting the people ready right now, because we got to depend on us. We got, you know what I'm saying? And we got to be able to protect us. Now, so once again, Sister Navita had a marvelous Juneteenth celebration over her house. Well, actually, it was like a community thing.
Great.
Everybody, oh, Sasha said it was great. So you had a good time, Sasha Marsh?
Probably.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes. How about you, Gina G? You had a good time? Got to run around with y'all cousins and stuff? See, and I love going to events like this, right? Because it's family oriented. You know what I'm saying? You know, even though, because I took a few too many, right? But anyway, kids were safe. They was able to run in and out the house until it was dark, and it was still safe out there. I don't know, Cleve, you had a good time?
Yeah.
What you
No.
what you do?
Me and Bud walked around a little bit. We were catching fireflies, so I had a good time.
All right, did y'all know Franklin Park was right behind us?
Said the what?
Franklin Park.
Yeah.
Okay, because y'all could have went to the park. But anyway, it wasn't a lot of people there.
Basketball court, but I ain't had a basketball.
Oh, y'all found a basketball court,
Yeah.
but nobody was playing basketball?
No.
Wow. Hey, have y'all noticed that in y'all areas? A lot of our kids aren't outside playing. Yesterday would have been a nice day for some basketball. But I bet you a lot of our kids was inside on them damn video games. On them phones.
Like you, Cleve.
Like, oh, so the two come out. So he was over there playing games, Sasha? You know what I'm saying?
At least we were outside for a little bit.
Oh, y'all was running wild, man. Hey, but and we need those type of family events. You know what I'm saying? We need those type of events where everybody, in a sense, can be themselves. Some of us get a little bit more into the self thing than other people's. But hey.
Daddy, do you think she looks cute? Her hair? I did it.
Come on. I ain't on that baby doll stuff.
Hey, you think she looks cute?
All right, so now, we've been on an hour and 15 minutes. But hold on. Let me do this real quick.
It felt like 5 seconds.
Now, also, there is another book, right, that I've been talking about from Philip Matthews, right? And this is the one that I think I plugged in yesterday. So I'm about to go and find a link. But what I'm going to do, and I will post up the link, but what I want to do is this. Because this one has a nice intro. Digital Nomics. All right. Boom. Let's go and read more. All right. Because I like the intro of this. Heads up, your shopping team might be tracked. We found tracking cookies on your PC. So I got a new virus thing, and of course, they're always trying to sell you through the back door. So I'm gonna go on and get all the stuff I need for.
Go to the front door.
Right. So here's the book. Now I got it in a digital format, which is a lot cheaper. But the actual paperback is $19.95. I'm gonna post up a link so that you can get it. You get it through there. Giami Journey.
Oh, and don't forget to get our merch.
Yeah. And Sasha want me to pump up the merch. So she said, make sure that you get your merch when we got shirts available.
We got mugs available. We're probably gonna make phone cases.
So let's go through it real quick. Here we go. And then I'm off. Then I'm out of here. Unless somebody call in with another question.
Make Giami Journey shoes. You can make Giami.
We had this discussion on air. You be coming up with some good ideas when I'm on air, baby. I need you to kind of focus. We need those good ideas when I'm not on air. All right, master teacher Kaba Hiawatha Kamene says, I think of Philip Shock Matthews as being the Marcus Garvey of the present day. Digitonomics takes us to the point where we now have the ability to be in control of our own destiny. Digitonomics is the first book of its kind that teaches melanated people how to truly become frequency specific to their unique manifestation vibrations of the pyramid builders. By showing them how to use their melanated mind and pineal gland to unlock unlimited wealth and prosperity using information, marketing, and their smartphone. Digitonomics is the ultimate system on how to create what I have coined as WAS, walk-away wealth systems. By using the digital currency, open that door. I open that door for a reason.
For what reason?
Because I like the light. Digitonomics is the ultimate system on how to create what I have coined as WAS, walk-away wealth systems. By using the digital currency of the internet known as intellectual property, the melanated reader will learn how to raise their frequency to bypass institutionalized racism, daily racial stresses, academic castration, and economic strife that is germane to melanated Americans. You will discover how to use your mind or the minds of others to create unlimited sources of prosperity using information, marketing technology, and systems that can be activated simply by using your smartphone or tablet. Part 1. The mind. Part 1. The mind. Part 1 of Digitonomics deal with programming the mind to identify how the intergenerational epigenetics of poverty and being systematically locked out of America's economy system has triggered PTSS, post-traumatic slave syndrome, in melanated men, women, and children that has arrested our development before birth. Once you know what has happened to your life and is happening in your life, you will then have the power to make the necessary changes in your behavior that will positively alter the epigenetics of your life. You'll discover the hidden powers of being melanated and how to recognize your unique ability to overcome and survive America's mental enslavement, along with how and why melanated men and women in the U.S. have become the strongest race of people in human history. You'll be introduced to the process of zero-point thinking and how to begin training your brain to become a critical thinker rather than an angry overreactor. You will learn how to activate the science of shock metaphysics and become frequency specific to the original metaphysicians of our ancestors. Digitonomics will help you unleash the power of Gagut, or God Almighty Grand Unified Theorem, and awaken you to the truth that melanated people are an exclusive member of the most intelligent race of people that God put first on the planet. Digitonomics will teach you how to activate and decalcify your pineal gland and how to raise your unique melanated vibration using binaural beats, solfeggio frequencies, and isochronics. Additionally, the mind section of Digitonomics will show you how to unlock the cycles of light and dark hours, along with unlocking the hidden powers of all three frequencies. Part 2, the money section of Digitonomics will introduce you to the power of creating your own economic empire to permanently change the direction of your life by creating your own walkaway wealth system. This section of the book will also show you how to use your tablet, smartphone, or laptop to unleash the power of your cell phone and social media networks to promote your WAS by learning how to develop e-courses, special reports, and authoring your first ebook. You will also learn how to use Google Docs and Google Drive platforms to empower your productivity and produce unlimited digital WAS. Part 3, the method. Finally, the method section of the book will show you how to create your own WordPress blog and experiment with finding unique niches to write about and share with your social media audience to further promote your WAS. You will learn how to use the e-commerce system of Gumroad and given step-by-step instructions on how to launch your digital e-course, e-books without the need for PayPal or a website. So family, that's book number 2. I'm about to get some more. But anyway, yeah, I'm posting this up on Giammi Journey, as well as, I'm gonna post this book up again on Giammi Journey because, family, I'm telling you, I read the book, went through the book, I said, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once again, I got all the parts of a running engine, but I'm missing the tools to put the shit all together. I got every last part of the running engine. It's just a matter of, and I'm sitting up here, boom, I hit this book, I said, damn, that's it. That's it. Right? So, I'm going to post it up. Check it out. Got some more stuff coming out. Matter of fact, I got to go on and finish. I got to do some homework for this course right here because I'm taking a course. The book, you get the book, you can read it, and if you can figure it out and do it by yourself, go and do that. But I want to go to a level of mastery, and I know in order to get to mastery, I have to, in a sense, go through an initiation, right? I'm not afraid of initiation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm raising my young people not to be afraid of initiation, right? So boom, I'm going and I'm listening, and I'm talking, and I'm learning, and I'm being walked through some of the stuff that I already know how to do, but I have to shut my mouth long enough so that I can hear and be like, boom, maybe there's a critical piece that I'm missing. Because even with Gumroad, just in the first session, he showed me about 3 things that I have been missing about the whole Gumroad experience and saved me probably $14 a month because the service that I'm paying this other platform to do, I could do on Gumroad. I'm sitting up here like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up at $14 a month. That's what? $14 a month? That's $168 a year? Come on now. Already. And I'm sitting up here like, damn, I never thought about what? So, you know, sometimes you need outside eyes to help you focus in and help yourself, right? So I'm going to post it up. But family, once again, I got somebody calling, so I need to go and get up. It's time for me to get off. So family, I love y'all. Keep your heads up. Be looking out for the because I'm gonna throw this on the timeline on Giami Journey. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Also gonna throw it on my personal timeline as well. Just so people can see. All right, family. I'm out. Peace.